another Media Tsunami Let's Play episode. This time, Scott is going to take us through Vectorman. This is our first Sega Genesis game, so...
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
incredible.
incredible.
You get the honor, Scott.
Well, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling then, you know?
Yeah,
skip through some story that doesn't really matter. You know?
Watch Wall-E, it's the same story.
I don't know if that's true.
Wall-E is a great
And I think this is appropriate how we're doing this because, Scott, this was, you said, your first console, right?
Yeah, the Sega Genesis was my first console to own. And this was the first, possibly the first game I ever owned, actually.
Any of you guys have a Sega Genesis?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Pretty sure this was the first game I ever owned.
I did. It was long after I had the Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis was pretty irrelevant by that point. But I remember I saved up specifically for it. I didn't have a whole lot of games for it. I had Sonic 1 and 2.
Oh, so you were set.
I had Jurassic Park.
All good
And I
games.
feel like I had maybe one other one, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it was.
So my plan is to just kind of roll through this. I'm not going to do a whole lot of exploring. It just kind of takes too long. So if you're playing through it for the first time, you know, by all means explore. It's pretty fun. But whoa, hello.
That guy was like, get off my ramp.
He was prodding you from the rear.
He was. But I'm just going to kind of plow through just so we can get this knocked out fairly quick. Whoa, hello.
How many times have you beaten this game?
Beaten?
47.
Well, no.
Probably how long it's going to take him to beat this one.
Probably 5 or 6 actual times. I've played it through, like, you know, a good portion of it through, probably at least 30.
Did you just turn into a bomb?
I did.
Sam is going to be proud of you.
Yeah, I played this a lot as a kid, and I never beat it. I revisited it when I was in high school, and beat it for the first time then.
Oh, wow.
So, whoa, hello.
It seems kind of backwards. You know, I know we were talking about this the other day, how, like, our kid versions would be so ashamed of us now watching us play games. Like, oh, that's super easy, and we struggle through some of the stuff we beat like crazy as kids.
Yeah.
So,
this one was, I mean, I was pretty good at this game as a kid, but I just, revisited it. I mean, I just could never beat, there was a few bosses I couldn't beat, and then when I went to it more as an adult, I was more well prepared. I guess I could see the strategies of the bosses a little easier. So.
I'm going to be honest with you. The system I played most growing up was the NES, and there weren't many games I beat.
wait, you could beat NES games? There was. It might have been A Link to the Past was like one of the first like really long games that I ever beat, and I remember at one point distinctly thinking to myself like, oh, no one ever beat the first level, so they never bothered to make the rest of the game. Kind of.
Which game is this?
Link to the Past, and then like finally I figured out what I needed to do. So, man,
Attack things with your sword.
Yeah. Just tear through it.
Slay better.
Slay better.
Mo better.
I'm glad you beat that level really fast because I feel like it'd be really easy to get motion sickness with that screen going.
I would say that
Super fast level.
Animation design is really neat in this game. Kind of 3D, not so 3D aspect.
Yeah, it's one of the things that attracted me to this game when I first saw it.
Well, it's got, every level's a little different, you know, it's not the same level design on everything, but then, you know, even the style levels, so you have, you know, side-scrolling levels like this where you just kind of run left to right
And then like
and shoot things, and then you have, you know, top-down levels where you fight bosses and do crazy things. Whoa, hello. And I just, there's, you know, there's some that you go up and down, and it's just, you know, it's a cool, it's a cool style of game. I really like this game a lot. This was one of the few games I owned that my dad would actually play with me. He wasn't real big into video games, but he loved Vectorman. Hello.
Yeah, the only game my dad played with me was the original NES Mario. That was it.
My dad played a few others randomly, but this was the only one he would play frequently with me.
That's fun.
This was his, it was the first game I ever owned, and he actually bought it for me because he thought it looked amazing. I got for Christmas one year. I got a Sega Genesis with. They actually came with the game Eternal Champions, which my parents wouldn't allow me to play at that point in time because I was like 5. And Vectorman. My dad bought this game, so I'd have something to play. He was like, "Well, we're not gonna let you play this fighting game, but we'll let you play Vectorman." Finally went back to Eternal Champions later. Wasn't anything super special.
You were missing out.
Kill the robots because they have no souls.
That was kind of how that went. No, it just wasn't quite as violent, I think, in his mind. You know.
So you played this game with your dad, and yet you didn't think to invite him here to play, to become famous alongside you.
Well, I think my dad is kind of over Vectorman now.
He's
moved on.
In his older age, he's like...
He beat it last week, and he's like, "This is enough, is enough."
No, I actually think my dad would still remember this game pretty well. I don't know if he would still play it, but I know that...
Yeah.
He beat it.
No, he never beat this game.
Okay.
Speaking of A Link to the Past, I actually played that game with my mom, which was kind of fun. So
It's fun.
we, like, I'd go to school or something and come back, and she'd be like, "I found the flippers," and I'd be like, "Oh, where?" Or like, "I found this book that lets me get into the second dungeon." She's like, "That's awesome." She never made it to the Dark World, sadly, which is like a fourth of the way through the game. So
Was that the only game your parents played? Was Zelda?
my mom actually got real big into Zelda, like before I was born. Like, she played the original NES game, and then they would play periodically, like Mario and stuff, but not much. I distinctly remember, and if he ever watches this, he's gonna hate me for saying this, but it was fun. We went to like my grandparents or something. They had a Super Nintendo, and we started playing the original Mario Brothers. And he's like, "Let's play this," and I'm like, "Okay." This is like 6 or so years ago. And he's like, "I want to be Mario," and I'm like, "Okay, fine. You know, Luigi's better anyway."
This is a good story.
He starts off the game and runs to jump on the first Goomba and lands right in front of him, and he's like, "You reset that crap right now." I'm like, "Okay, man." I did try to let him play Halo once, and that was fun too, because he never quite grasped the idea of using 2 sticks at once, so he'd run forward, spin around, and run forward, and I'm like, that's kind of fun.
You should watch Jennifer try and play Halo. That's pretty funny.
Scott, you've turned in a bomb and a torpedo. What will it be next?
I don't know.
A bomb-pedo.
You've seen me turn into a drill already, right?
No.
Yeah, where he spins?
Yeah.
I saw you ballerina spin a minute ago. Also, my only real game that I've played with Sega is Sonic, so these water levels have been kind of a relief. To not hear the dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, Sonic water levels.
So does the bird just turn into a big bear thing?
No, it's a different one. It's a completely different enemy.
Telling me it's not a Transformer?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
What is that? Transformer Beast Wars. There we go.
I think that's what you should do. So you shoot him in the back of the head.
I'll be none the wiser.
Scott, now are you playing on Wicked or Lame?
I'm pretty sure I'm playing on Wicked here.
And what level of difficulty is that?
That's normal.
Alright. What was hard? Insane?
Something like that, yeah.
So the game wants you to know how good of a competitor you are.
Yeah, dude.
Show him what's up. I like this little victory dance.
Yeah, he does like the 2.
Oh,
He does the Mario but double victory.
it's the live long and prosper.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Live twice as long and have twice as many children? I don't know.
No, because he doesn't have a thumb out. It's definitely not live long and prosper.
What did Wally do?
Wait, what?
Wally?
Oh, man.
Didn't Wally have like a hand gesture?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
I had to write a paper on that movie once in college, and it was awesome. Yeah. My English Comp 2 class.
There is the drill.
That's fun. What does Vectorman have against projection-style TVs? Also, this takes place in the future. Why do they still have projection-style TVs?
Good point.
It's all 4:3 aspect ratio.
Oh man, ours. We had one for a long time that I think we just got rid of it about 5 or so years ago. No, it was longer than that because my dad had to have shoulder surgery, and so Mom and I had to get that TV out by ourselves, and it was freaking heavy.
This TV is crazy heavy.
I bet. Oh,
All TVs like this are.
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. Seriously, what do you have against the TVs?
I don't know. They give me free stuff.
Oh. So what? If we destroyed this TV, what would it give us?
Don't punch that TV. I like that TV. It's big. I'm gonna have to bring another one up here.
Hello. I got him from behind.
Sure showed him who's boss.
Oh gosh.
Give it to him like he likes it. Oh, that's cool. You can slow your descent by
Yep.
shooting down.
That's fun.
I don't ever really do it because there's not really a need to. But
Oh, but there is.
I don't know. I guess in some cases there's a need to.
You remind me of Richard Nixon. He reminds me of Richard
Nixon. Who reminds you of Nixon?
I am not a crook.
Just like he's got his fingers up. his
Kill
head
these
down.
dang robot hippies.
It's Futurama Nixon.
I love Futurama Nixon.
It's the only Nixon our generation really knows about. Now, Scott, how many levels are in this game?
I think 16 or 17.
And what, 5?
This is 6.
6?
Yeah.
Alright.
Power right on through, man.
I guess.
Shut up, Josh. You would have been dead 1,000 times by now.
I would have beaten Resident Evil 4 by now.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
We are overdue for a Resident Evil 4 run through.
I gotta get through my 11th play.
Halloween is coming up, my friends.
We got clock
We
tower.
just
Foreshadowing.
start working on
Yeah. So that way we can have it ready to release at Halloween.
that.
We got clock tower.
Well, we did the other stuff like we did last year. It just I was doing a lot of editing like really quick.
You know,
Right at Halloween.
that has been like one of the best ways that I've found so far to get people like, you know, because not everybody, you know, not everybody really gets into video games, things like that. But like,
Give them those horror
I've got like
movies.
some friends and family. I'm like, hey, you should watch these videos, and they're like, oh, cool, and subscribe and stuff. Not that that's what we're after, but you know, it's fun.
Totally low.
Shush.
It's the only reason we're doing this.
Yeah.
If we want Scott to be playing on lane.
Yeah, that's. And we wouldn't even have Josh here with us if I hadn't promised him at the beginning of this that he'd be getting some kind of residuals.
Yeah.
Josh is eagerly awaiting his letter from YouTube, you know, extending a partnership.
Sponsorship.
I'll take you guys to the south with me.
Are you hitting him on those jumps?
Yeah. I'm spam killing
It
it.
doesn't look, well, I mean, kind of
Yeah,
like
right.
that one did, but your other ones did, and that's why
Anytime he spews something out of his head, it means I hit him.
Oh.
That's his reaction to getting hit. Boom.
Oh, I'll be done.
I'm not going to punch you in the head to see if you spew something out.
See, some of the bosses in this game I spam kill. That's just the way it is, you know?
I may have just edited in something there where
Where's
jump is spewing out of your head. I don't know.
Rock and roll.
Oh no!
That's how you like to start a level.
Just walking right into the attack.
Getting crushed.
Can you get behind them, or do you even want to get behind them?
No, it looks
you
like
don't.
there's the thing rolling, so I guess you can't.
Wait, was that it?
Yep.
How did you destroy one and they both die?
That was the boss battle?
Yep, that was a boss. The level's not too bad. That level was really hard when I was a kid because I didn't realize you had to shoot them.
It's done me well so far in this game, but I should
For
not
the longest
try
time,
to-
I just thought you had to keep crawling up. You
Yeah,
know?
the way you meant that it was bad is like, I never got anywhere.
Yeah,
Nothing happened.
for the longest time, I didn't get past that level.
Decades later.
Oh, it's a car!
When you found out, did you?
I was mad. I was pretty mad when I
I would
found out.
love to see your reaction when you figured it out.
Oh no, it's all good. Have you guys ever had that happen? Like you've gotten stuck on something as a kid, and then like years later you come back and you're like, "Good, gosh, this is easy."
Yep.
I can't think of anything specifically.
Yeah.
The only reason that brings that to mind is because I recently, like, just now that I have access to playing my old Super Nintendo games again, I was like, you know what? I never beat Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo. And so, but I remember at one point when I was younger getting really far and then getting stuck at a point. And, like, you have to wipe out a raptor nest or something. And I had the item that would let me do it. But I didn't realize that you had to walk into the exact center of the room with all the eggs in it. And it would just deploy itself. So, for years, just wandered all over, wondering what the heck I could do. And that was legitimately the only thing I was missing to beat that game.
I'll tell you one place I got stuck, and I've never looked it up or anything. I even tried using Game Genie to beat it. Was Jurassic Park, but I had the Sega Genesis version where the T-Rex comes barging through the room. I don't know what to do there. No idea.
Huh. And you watch the movie, you stand there forever. You don't turn your game off. Eventually it'll go away.
You just don't move.
You throw a flare
Until he gets bored.
towards an outhouse, and it goes to eat the lawyer for you.
I can think of one 64 Star Fox.
This level.
Shooting on those extra items or objects to get you to the secret locations.
Mm-hmm.
One of those stunts that, like, as a kid was not easy, even though Mario Kart was the easiest game at the time. But now, the secret levels are, if I don't go through them, I'm not really playing Star Fox in my mind. But so help me, I can't beat 50cc on Mario Kart 64. I just can't do it. Peach is right there in first place every time.
That Peach.
I hate Peach. She's been my nemesis in every Mario game since the beginning.
That's why he intentionally doesn't beat him.
Mario.
Yeah.
It's stuck forever.
It doesn't save her. Take that!
Days needs to drop Luigi. I'm sorry, man. Luigi's not cool at all.
Hey, Luigi's the man.
No, he's not.
I mean, he's no Bowser, but
Bowser is cool.
I've always had a thing for villains. I don't know why.
How about Toad?
They're more interesting. Villains are always more interesting.
True story.
When we did the top heroes, villains, anti-heroes, that was by far my easiest list, I think.
Who is most villains of the villains?
Most
Villains,
villains?
the coolest one's Vader.
Yeah, that's easy. Vader is definitely the coolest, but as far as like, any of you guys remember some of the other people you put on there? I know
This boss
I think
sucks.
Frieza was my number 2, but he really is like kind of a jerky villain.
I don't remember how to beat this boss.
I think you shoot him.
Thank you.
It seems to work so far.
Fine, man. Fine.
Yeah, but I don't remember, like, he has different forms. Like this crap. I just remember this level always gave me fits as a kid.
Man,
After I figured out that one level, this level was the
You would
one.
think they would let you shoot him while
this game is
Well, he was
really
getting
like,
together.
appealing to the eyes.
Woo!
I find it appealing to my knees. My knees are really good in this.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, but he shoots sparks down when he does that double jump, doesn't he?
Yes. So that's why he hurts
Yeah.
people.
Right.
So you can hurt people with your jump.
He took that one easy then.
he is most definitely doing the Nixon thing.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding you.
Like,
Yeah.
I could put him behind a podium.
I'd vote for Vectorman for president.
I would too.
He's leagues above our current,
The nominations.
yeah, which
Oh my goodness.
I'm not getting into that on this.
Let's talk about Gary Johnson.
Oh gosh.
Josh, are you
Don't
voting
take
for
me
Gary
there, Josh.
Johnson?
Don't take me there.
I'm not gonna upset any of our other supporters.
I'm just with those bumper stickers that say Giant Meteor 2016.
I saw one as like Cthulhu 2016.
Get behind that.
Maybe H.P. Lovecraft was on something. Wasn't he?
Seems reasonable.
He was the author behind Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Lovecraft.
Whoa.
It's my dribble shot. Basketball dribbling.
Oh, that's another game we need to play.
What, NBA Jam?
NBA Jam.
Dude, I love me some NBA Jam.
NBA
Mia Jam is pretty
It is.
That should be our first Sega Saturn game.
Mia Jam? I was
Wait,
No,
no,
it's
it's
on
a Super Nintendo.
Well, yeah,
game.
it's on Super Nintendo, but on Sega Saturn it looks way more arcade-like.
I don't know. I can't
Better audio.
So what is this?
But
like helicopter
but
flying thing.
does it have? He's on fire! Boom shakalaka! He's heating up.
It's closer to the arcade.
Huh.
Give me a second. John, I tell you, I
Can
haven't
you-
stayed on a Sega Master System by like a day.
Here's the true question though.
Can you enter Freaks and Geeks for $60?
No,
They
it's
did.
gone.
That's the
That's
one
one
I
you missed out on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been sitting there for a long time.
I know, and when he finally gets up the nerve to go buy it, it's gone. And they're like, we just sold it.
I'm not doing an hour and a half just to pick up the system.
What were you going to buy?
Sega Master System.
An hour and a half.
It's like 45 minutes.
45 minutes back.
Not the speed Josh drives.
45 minutes back. You think I'm gonna? I think it's my place that, you know, Dawn.
It's Matt driving.
Oh, there and back. Okay, I get what you're saying.
I can't complain too much. Matt does drive a lot of
I was
places.
gonna say, it's like, for years you guys were like, man, Matt sucks at driving, yet I drove everywhere.
Matt's driving.
Don't complain about it.
This level. Oh gosh.
It's a creative game.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Oh gosh, this level's so hard.
Maybe if you would stop spinning. But you just can't stop.
Can't stop the dance.
Ah gosh. This was another one that gave me trouble when I was young.
It's like every level past that one level.
It did, man. I'm telling you.
No, you have 24 seconds left. 2.
I know. This is a short level.
0. 19.
Gosh.
You done did it.
I did it.
You done did good.
Justin.
Now, stand up and do his victory dance.
No.
Did you breathe that entire level?
Maybe not. that's one of the harder levels in this game.
So you're on level 12 out of 16 right
I
now?
think it's 16. Something like that.
It's not bad.
You gotta admit,
I told you I could beat it pretty quick.
you're doing better than I expected.
And
Josh,
is
I don't
saving
ever
for your
expect
award.
much of your expectations of me.
Too high.
It's true. If we all had to live by Josh's standards, well,
Yeah. It'd be a
Oh,
better
none of
place.
us would fulfill his
This
wants
world
for our
would be
lives.
just a better place.
you could fly.
I did this 5 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
and I asked him, he's like a helicopter.
I wasn't paying attention. What were we talking about 5 minutes ago?
Nixon?
Nixon.
Sun's back.
E.T. or something. By the way, John, I got a Atari 7800.
Oh, you did?
I sure did.
You got what?
Atari 7800.
Oh yeah.
You gotta pick up the cables and the controller. I
That's
have
Atari. No, I'm kidding.
This is a wonderful four-blade bad thing.
Does it play 5800 games? Or
I think it's like
5200?
20. Yeah, I think
I know it
it's-
does 2600 also.
I think that's all I play.
I'm sure they only made a few dozen games for it.
What?
I'm just kidding. That was a terrible joke.
I missed what?
You said you said it, does it play like 50?
Atari 5200.
And you said it does it play 5200, and I was like, no, I'm sure they only made a few dozen games for it.
Keep your comments about Vectorman.
It was funnier when I didn't have to explain the joke. Scotty was up here dying, like.
I wasn't dying, I chuckled. There's a big difference between dying and chuckled.
That part where Scotty just laughed at that joke, can you edit that forward?
Edit that into after talking about
In where Scott was laughing at what he said himself to where what I saw. Oh man.
I wish the soundtrack was louder. Like, I wish we could hear more music.
Well, it's because John has it turned down.
Well, no, but like, you can hear the gun, and you can hear the
I'm
explosions.
sure in the options I could have changed it.
Probably so.
You should reset the game and jump.
Start over.
Actually, that is a real danger right now because with my Genesis, the power cord is
Gosh, if it
like has to
cuts.
be in just the right spot for it to work. So if any kind of vibration like hits that,
It's an earthquake!
or my little boy running around outside like
Dang it,
slams on the door.
did I literally go all this way for nothing?
That's got wasted time.
Dang it.
Hey, you should quit wasting time.
You should shut up.
No, there's a robot with a nuclear head, and you're just jumping around shooting stuff.
Yeah, man.
His name is Warhead.
I said that.
I know.
I think.
You did.
Is there
There's
a
a robot with a nuclear head.
Yeah. He said
Is there a Transformer named Warhead?
Nuclear.
Okay.
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear? Nuclear?
It's
Nuclear.
pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Is that the Texas way of saying it?
Come on, guys. Give it a time now.
Do you even science?
Do you even science, bro?
The Philips CDI.
Nope. I'm not getting no CDI. No, thank you.
I really
It's a
like
commie system.
It is.
Let's play some games on it.
Is that the one that like they had some like crappy Zelda games?
Not
Yeah.
just some
Zelda CDI.
Yeah, the crappy Zelda game.
That's 3 of them, right?
Yep.
One
got
of
not
them
all
actually
the crap.
played Zelda.
Yep.
Dude, that one looked like the best of them.
It didn't have all the.
was.
It didn't have all the crappy Zelda games. I mean, Zelda 2 is on NES.
Man,
Oh,
many
forget
people,
you.
many people consider Zelda 2 a masterpiece.
I would argue Zelda 2 is a crappy
Maybe-
game.
You two stay back there.
Zelda 2 was the first Zelda game I played.
I won't cast judgment until
And
I
it
beat
was the
Zelda.
worst Zelda game
And
you
how, many,
played.
and how many more have you played since then? It tainted your view of the series.
I'm gonna need to borrow your
4?
power
I
glove.
think I played 4 other
Other?
games. Yeah.
Which other? I know you played Ocarina because I remember
Yeah,
talking about it at one
Ocarina,
point.
or Ocarina.
Ocarina.
You said it right the first time.
Link to the Past.
Best one.
Aww.
You got shot.
What's the hourglass one on the
Phantom
Hourglass?
Phantom Hourglass.
I've heard
I actually
decent
have not
stuff
played
about
that
that
one
one,
yet.
but
I own it,
it's
but I haven't played it yet.
I do remember watching one of our friends, Stormy. I remember watching him play and thinking it was hilarious that he had to go into the DS, and it cracked me up.
I kind of want to try that whole jumping down and slowing your speed down with the gun.
In real life,
Yeah, maybe just fireworks. With only candles.
Unless you're like 5 pounds, I don't think it's gonna work.
well, and it also depends on how fast you can pull the trigger.
That's true, so we'll probably need.
I was being real careful because I thought I only had 2 lives left.
And you
Or
have
2
And you have like a 50 cal.
health left.
50 cal, I can launch this back. Are you doing this level yet?
No. The boss fight at the end of this level is kind of hard. 'Cause you have to fight.
He said that about everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, you have to fight 3 bosses at the end of this one.
And
And it's hard.
we'll do something about it.
Yeah, do something about it.
I think this is it.
Grow a beard and be somebody.
Yeah.
Yep,
You
this is
too,
it.
John.
Let's play Echo the Dolphin. Dolphin. On your chest.
Okay. After the boss? Or after this level?
Bring a lot of attention while I just.
I'm well aware.
What did you choose, John?
Gosh, this guy. Oh, gosh.
Just let them drop right on your head.
You said you had to fight 3 bosses, but you just annihilated 1. They're trying to tip
I'm pretty sure that's how I sneak around my house at night.
If you're doing damage to that boss, this is the easiest boss ever.
I am doing damage to him, but
cast sprinkle on him.
Sprinkle his head.
Sprinkle.
there we go.
This time, don't stand under where the next boss spawns.
It drops from
Good
the
point.
blueprint.
Oh gosh. Gosh. Dang it.
It's like a monkey boss.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But it has a beak.
Keep turning your back on him, he's gonna keep hitting you.
Gosh, dang it.
See?
Gotta be.
You did it! You
I
did it!
did it!
We're done, did it.
Good job, Nixon.
Nixon's back.
You didn't collect enough photons.
And destroy enough TVs. We have to make the way for...
Day 15. Does that mean level 17?
I think there's only one more level after this.
Whoa, hurry it up.
You shut your mouth.
I've actually enjoyed this. This game's been really
Yeah,
entertaining.
I know I've
Thanks for
watched
taking us on the tour there.
Yeah. Killing
Scott.
fire
No problem.
extinguishers, saving
Told y'all. Oh
humanity.
gosh, dang it.
You're the thankless. You're the hero that's never gonna be thanked.
I told you I love this game,
They're
man.
gonna decommission you when they get back to Earth. Humanity. It'll be nothing but a toilet.
You know what's
It's they make a Vectorman 2.
Oh yeah.
It was so dumb.
Dang.
You know, like, there's something I was just kind of thinking about. Like, this game looks like it seems like the kind of game that people would just, like, always talk about. But, you know, you don't really see anything.
It's a popular Genesis game title. Like, if you think Genesis, this is one of the titles that...
I guess that makes sense. I don't know, it seems like a lot of the... and maybe it's because I never had one. So, like, but, like, any, like, videos on gaming I watch or anything didn't really seem to talk about many Genesis titles other than Sonic.
Yeah, Genesis was not a super popular system unless you just owned one. Like, a lot of people's friends didn't, you know, they didn't go to their friends' houses and play the Genesis. They played
Yeah.
I've
their
heard
Super
about
Nintendo, you
I
know?
heard about the console wars. I wasn't a veteran, but I heard Genesis back then was pretty darn popular.
Yeah, it was. I
mean-
say, I think it's just a little pre your time.
Yeah.
It was my time.
Yeah.
Possibly. Possibly.
I don't know. I mean, I was on the later end of the Genesis, yes, but I grew
Because
up playing.
Genesis, when did Genesis first start?
90.
89?
Wasn't... Oh,
think-
Yeah, it was later than that, I thought.
no,
it was because it was competing with Nintendo before the Super Nintendo ever came out.
I remember a commercial
Because the title
that was
still-
like it showed like the two TVs and one of them was playing Super Mario World and the other one had Sonic the Hedgehog and like the guy like the retail worker was like, oh, you should buy a Super Nintendo, it's super cool, and then the kid was like, oh wow, the Sega like da 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 da, and he's like, oh, but you know, you play, wow, you know, like that Sonic game looks super cool. So back when franchise or console rivalries were still a really big thing, but
They're not anymore.
I mean, not as much.
I would argue that they're still a big deal.
So Sony did some weird stuff with when the Wii came out. Like they had like a
No, okay. Sony and Xbox both, Sony and Microsoft both count Nintendo out of the console war. Let's be honest.
I mean, sorry Josh, but the Wii U's kind of a joke.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
It kind of is.
The Wii?
I have a Wii U.
I feel like the Wii U is a like.
Right now,
Just hang on, we're making an actual console kind of.
if I had time, if I could buy a console right now, Wii U would be the console I'd buy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Maker.
Mario Maker.
Yeah.
It's Mario Maker.
I was like, I feel like Mario Maker is your selling point.
It is. I would be doing nothing but playing Mario Maker.
But
I mean, that would be pretty cool, but
perhaps the one reason Super Nintendo is more talked about, more popular, is because Nintendo is still a giant.
it's true.
in the
Well, and
game
like
industry.
Sega is kind of non-existent.
And
Because Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
I'm
That's a real slogan.
sure.
And it is. But also Nintendo games have carried far better than most Sega games. Like gameplay,
Yeah.
just game value in general. Like,
Well, I mean, like, does Sega really have any other, like, still existing franchises besides Sonic that really have any kind of...
That were exclusives.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, any kind of popularity.
I'm not.
And look at how some of the past Sonic games have turned out, like... You could be a werewolf,
Sonic
or
Boom.
Knuckles is crazy ripped for some reason.
They had Streets of Rage. That was an exclusive. But Nintendo got it on 64. It became Fighting Force.
I remember that. Fighting Force was awful. Most fighting games on the N64 are not what people talk about.
That's really a beat 'em up, though. Than a
Yeah,
fighting game.
it was a top. If I remember, it was like top view. Like you walk around the room and just beat people up. Killer Instinct Gold was really the only fighting game that had real recognition.
This level's the level that's just super easy to get lost.
I was gonna say, it seems like
It's very repetitive, and
I don't like this level.
I don't either.
Boo!
You have 2 minutes left to entertain us.
I'm almost done with this level. So.
Dance, monkey!
I'm about to die too.
I do like seeing Warhead in the back, like thrashing around, just like
He's rubbing it in my face, man. I'm definitely gonna die because I'm gonna go into this fight with 1 health.
You got this. Back at the beginning of the fight, right?
Yeah. That's right.
So is this the final boss?
This is the final boss.
Oh wow.
Yep. This is Warhead. Actually, I've kind of been fighting Warhead this whole time, but this is definitely the final boss Warhead.
How so?
He's a big tornado, in case you're wondering. This really hits home in Texas.
Kansas.
We got cows.
Yeah. Look, why are you shooting Lawn Punisher?
Because it'll hit me and hurt me.
Okay, why is he throwing Lawn Punisher?
Because he's a tornado!
Okay, Lawn Punisher.
Why are you asking questions?
When did you become a tornado? How are you fighting him this whole time? Explain your logic.
He's a robot. Josh.
Skynet?
Look, the damage is showing up on him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Skynet?
That is... Wasn't Skynet supposed to become something
Oh,
right
gosh.
last year?
Wasn't what?
You just let him backhand you.
I did. He backhanded me like a little chump.
Oh, you're losing more life. Trying to get that one life, you just ran into everything.
Oh,
Long game is Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, man.
That is a good game.
I'm gonna
I
die!
only got past the first level like you in this game.
Dang it!
Got past this.
Oh man, you just got obliterated.
Once he gets to this mode, he's like, nope, don't care.
You have it on Sega Genesis or Super
I
Nintendo?
have it on Super Nintendo.
Nice.
I'm not gonna be able to beat this freaking guy.
You got
Five
this.
lives left.
Look, see, but now you have 5 guys sitting there. It's like they're cheering you on.
Yeah,
No, before it was just one.
They're like, yeah,
You-
dance, you got this.
You the man, Scotty.
Don't make... They're like the B string team. They're like, don't make us come in.
I ain't so tough. Well, why are there still houses on Earth if it's been polluted? Like, you think they would just kind of tear everything down?
You've been watching Wally too much.
But at least he made it to the top this time without getting touched. I feel like this is Scott's time. This is the one.
So I'm shooting in the wrong direction.
Oh, too soon. Don't jump into the red, the orange boogers. Never jump into the orange boogers.
It's like, I would say don't get greedy and like don't like kind of take your time, but you don't have time. That's the kind of issue. You can't really like
When
be...
time runs out, you just lose.
Yep, you just lose.
Alright,
you got
Yeah,
this.
this is the best you've done. You got this, baby. You got this. And you have 3 green boogers to help you out, too.
I'd say if you had to, it would maybe be worth it just to jump through and get 1. Or you already get a bunch. Got him. Yeah.
Woo! It was the 5 guys cheering me on.
I told you.
He was mixing it up.
He ain't so great.
There we go. Look at those 3 boogers floating through the air. And the secret final up. No, I'm kidding.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why is the game not over yet?
No, that's it.
Warhead is vanquished. The Earth is safe for the return of humanity. Earth has a new hero, Vectorman.
You would make a great, like, lamp.
Make a great lamp.
Yep, that's it.
That's the entire
That's it.
ending?
That is pretty much it, man.
Oh, but there's a cast of characters like Donkey Kong.
So it has been a great time.
There is a cast of characters.
Oh man,
Marge.
Thanks. Real creative.
Nice.
Jaws.
Sludge pilot, turret jaws.
Is that a fire extinguisher?
That is a fire extinguisher with a big mouth.
That's the most ingenious thing I've ever seen.
Beetle, howitzer, Margie. Okay,
It's Marge without the face
that makes sense.
and the tail.
Submarine, mecha jellyfish, and angler. I don't even remember those guys.
Yeah, I didn't see too many anglers. I ran past them. Kind of jumped over them, actually.
Sludge barge.
Isn't that the
What a
ship
chump.
Isn't that the ship you took to space?
What?
Isn't that the ship you took to space?
That's the first boss.
I know.
Aurora Borealis.
Alright guys, we're going to end there. Hope you enjoyed our first Sega Genesis playthrough as Scott tackled Vectorman. We'll see you next time.
Fuck.